Let's now take a look at the questions that featured under the category of environment and ecology and science and technology. The first question goes something like this. Consider the following statements. Statement 1, the European Parliament approved the Net Zero Industry Act recently. Statement 2, the European Union intends to achieve carbon neutrality by 2040 and therefore aims to develop all of its own clean technology by that time. Which of the following is correct in respect of the above statements? Both statement 1 and 2 are correct and statement 2 explains statement 1. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct, but statement 2 does not explain statement 1. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Well, this was a factual question and this thing actually appeared in the newspapers. So you have to know it to answer it. And the right answer is option A. Both the statements are correct and the second one justifies the first one. So the right option was option A. Let's move to the next one. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, which one of the following is the largest source of sulfur dioxide emissions? Options were locomotives using fossil fuels, ships using fossil fuels, extraction of metal from ores, power plants using fossil fuels. The biggest culprit of sulfur dioxide emission are power plants that use fossil fuels. So the right answer for this question was option D. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following materials: agricultural residues, corn grain, wastewater treatment sludge, wood mill waste. Which of the above can be used as feedstock for producing sustainable aviation fuel? Options were 1 and 2 only, 3 and 4 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 3 and 4 only. Well, again, a factual question and all of them can be used as feedstock for producing sustainable aviation fuel. So the right answer for this one was option C, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The production of sustainable aviation fuel focuses on utilizing feedstocks that are renewable and sustainable, thereby reducing greenhouse gas emissions compared to conventional fossil fuels. And agricultural residues, corn grain, wastewater treatment sludge and mill waste all can be used as feedstock for producing sustainable aviation fuel. Let's move to the next one. The organism cicada, froghopper and pond skater are birds, fish, insects, reptiles. Again, to answer such kind of questions, you must actually know what these species are. The right answer for this was insects. They all are insects. In fact, cicada are large, often noisy insects belonging to the order Hemiptera. They are known for their distinctive songs produced by vibrating membranes on their abdomens. Froghoppers, also known as spittlebugs, belong to the superfamily Cercopoida within the order of Hemiptera. And pond skaters or water striders are insects belonging to the family of Geridae within the order of Hemiptera. So they are all Hemiptera species, they are all insects. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following pairs. Again, a question of match the pairs kind. Brazil, Indri, Indonesia, elk, Madagascar, bonobo. So a country is given and an animal found in its natural habitat. It means whether these animals are endemic to these countries or not. That's the question. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? Only one, only two, all three, none. Let's take a look at the answer. The answer is D. It means none. In fact, Indri is found in Madagascar, not Brazil. It's a type of lemur. Elk is found naturally in North America and parts of Eurasia, not Indonesia. Bonobo is a species of great ape found naturally in Democratic Republic of Congo, not Madagascar. So the right choice was option D. Let's move forward. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Many chewing gums found in the market are considered a source of environmental pollution. Statement 2. Many chewing gums contain plastic as gum picks. Which of the following is correct in respect to the above statements? Both statements are correct and the second one explains one. Both statements are correct. The second one does not explain the first one. One is correct. Two is incorrect. One is incorrect. Two is correct. The right answer for this was A. It means both the statements are correct and the second one explains the first one. In fact, chewing gum, especially those that contain synthetic polymers like plastic in their gum base, do contribute to environmental pollution. When gum is discarded improperly, it can persist in the environment for a long time because its synthetic nature leads to littering issues in streets, parks, and other public spaces. So, for this question, both the statements are correct and the second one explains the first one. Let's move to the next one. Lions do not have a particular breeding season. Unlike most other big cats, cheetahs do not roar. Unlike male lions, male leopards do not proclaim their territory by scent marking. Now, the options were 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2, 3. A question that could be solved with the help of elimination technique. The first two statements are correct, but the third one is not correct. In fact, male leopards also, they mark their territory by using their urine or by rubbing their skin against the bark of trees. Okay, so statement 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is incorrect. Male leopards do indeed mark their territories using scent markings like male lions. They use urine and claw scraping on trees to define and defend their territories from other males. So, no particular breeding season for lions. Unlike most big cats, cheetahs do not roar. Instead, they produce a variety of vocalizations including purrs, chirps, growls, and hisses. Okay, so cheetahs do not roar. That's what you have to keep in mind. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following is the correct description of million farmers? So, if we just look at the definition of million farmers, we will see that 100 million farmers is a platform supporting private and public leaders to position food and farmers as central pillars on the global climate and nature agenda and accelerate collective action to scale climate and nature friendly agricultural practices. And if we look at all the four options, statement that is given in option A fits the best to the description of million farmers. Hence, option A, which reads as it's a platform for accelerating the transition towards and water systems that are net zero, nature positive, and aims to increase farmer resilience, is actually a description of million farmers. So the right answer for this one is option A. Let's move to the next one. Which one of the following shows a unique relationship with an insect that has evolved with it, and that is the only insect that can pollinate this tree? Options were fig, mahua, sandalwood, silk. The right answer is fig. In fact, fig, the insect, and the tree has developed a mutualistic symbiotic relationship. So the answer is A. Figs have a unique and specialized relationship with a specific species of wasp called the fig wasp. This relationship is an example of mutualism where both the fig tree and the fig wasp depend on each other for survival and reproduction. In fact, pollination, life cycles, everything is integrated. So the right answer is option A. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following: butterflies, fish, frogs. How many of the above have poisonous species among them? All these species have some variety within them where the species contains poison. In fact, in butterflies, we can find it in the form of monarchs and blue morphos. For fish, also there are certain fishes which may contain some sort of toxin. And for frogs, there is obviously the dart frog example, which is poisonous heavily. So the right answer for this was all. It means all three. So the option becomes C. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following: cashew, papaya, red sanders. How many of the above trees are actually native to India? It means which of them are endemic to India? Only one, only two, all three, none. Cashew and papaya are not endemic to India, but red sanders is. So the right answer for this one is A. It means only one. Cashew was brought to India by the Portuguese. It's a native crop of Brazil. Papaya is native to southern Mexico and neighboring Central America, whereas red sanders is found along the southern Eastern Ghats and it is quite popular in India. So the right answer is option A. Let's move to the next one. With reference to perfluoroalkyl and perfluoroalkyl substances that are used in making many consumer products, consider the following statements. PFAS are found to widespread in drinking water, food and food packaging materials. PFAS are not easily degraded in the environment. Persistent exposure to PFAS can lead to bioaccumulation in animal products. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, a question that can be solved with the help of the elimination technique. And the answer was D. It means all of them are correct. Okay. So, you see that PFAS has become a cause of concern for environmentalists. Why? Because it is causing irreparable damage to the environment. It is also leading to bioaccumulation, biomagnification. So the right answer for this one was D, 1, 2 and 3. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following: carabid beetles, centipedes, flies, termites, wasps. Parasitoid species are found in how many of the above kind of organisms? Only 2, only 3, only 4, all 5. Well, this question is actually indicating that parasites can grow over which of the above species. Though they themselves can be parasites, but which of the above species may act as host for other parasites as well. This question has become a point of controversy. Many people think that the centipedes and termites are not species that allow parasitoids, but there are enough evidences to show that termites and centipedes may also act as hosts. That's why, on the safe side, the right answer for this question should be all 5. In fact, centipedes are predatory arthropods that are also typically host parasitoid species that host parasitoid species like the rat lungworm. And whereas when you look at termites, termites are social insects that typically act as host for parasitoid species. They host numerous parasitic arthropod species called termitophiles. The others, obviously, beetles, flies, and wasps, they may act as hosts. Okay, so the right answer for this should be D. It means all 5. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following plants: groundnut, horsegram, soybean. How many of the above belong to the pea family? Only 1, only 2, all 3, none. The answer is C, all of them. Groundnut, which is peanut, horsegram, and soybean. They all belong to the pea family. Again, a straightforward question, so easy to attempt. Next one. Consider the following statements. The Indian flying fox is placed under the vermin category in the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Second statement, the Indian flying fox feeds on the blood of other animals. Which of the following is correct in respect to the above statement? Both statements correct, and the second explains the first. Both statements correct. Second does not explain the first. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect, statement 1 is incorrect, 2 is correct. If you look at statement number 2, the Indian flying fox feeds on blood of other animals, that is wrong. The Indian flying fox actually eat fruits. And if you know just this thing, then you can easily attempt this question. It means statement 2 becomes incorrect. That gives us the answer as C. The Indian flying fox is an animal that feeds on fruits, nectar and flowers. Next question, which one of the following words, phrases is most appropriately used to denote an interoperable network of 3D virtual worlds that can be accessed simultaneously by millions of users who can exert property rights over virtual items? Big data is not the answer, nor is cryptography or virtual matrix. The right answer for this thing is metaverse, option C. Metaverse refers to collective virtual shared space created by the convergence of virtually enhanced physical reality and physically persistent virtual reality. In the metaverse, users can interact with each other and digital objects, often using avatars. It is envisioned as an interconnected network of virtual worlds, allowing for seamless interaction and collaboration across different platforms and environments. Next question, with reference to radioisotope thermoelectric generators, RTGS, consider the following statement. RTGS are miniature fission reactors. RTGS are used for powering the onboard system of spacecrafts. RTGS can use plutonium-238, which is a byproduct of weapons development. Which of the statements given above are correct? Again, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The first statement is not correct. RTGS are not miniature fission reactors. The second and the third statement therefore becomes automatically correct depending on the question. If we look at the choices, option B becomes the answer. First statement is incorrect. RTGS are not miniature fission reactors. They have been used by space agencies like NASA, and plutonium-238 is produced as a byproduct. So the next question goes something like this. Consider the following statements. Statement 1, giant stars live much longer than dwarf stars. Second statement, compared to dwarf stars, giant stars have a greater rate of nuclear reactions. Which one of the following is correct in respect of the above statements? Both statements correct. Statement 2 explains statement 1. Both statements are correct, but statement 2 does not explain statement 1. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Well, the right option for this is D. It means statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. In reality, giant stars generally have shorter lifespans compared to dwarf stars. If you just know this fact, then obviously you will be able to attempt this question. Giant stars are larger and more massive than dwarf stars, but they burn through their nuclear fuel at a much faster rate due to their higher rate of nuclear reactions and greater luminosity. As a result, they have shorter lifespans in astronomical terms. Giant stars, due to their large sizes and higher mass, have stronger gravitational pressures in their cores. This leads to higher temperature and pressure, which in turn results in faster nuclear reactions compared to dwarf stars. This increased rate of nuclear fusion contributes to higher luminosity and shorter lifespan of giant stars. So, for this question, the right choice was option D. Let's move to the next one. Which of the following is synthesized in human body that dilates blood vessels and increases blood flow? Nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, nitrogen oxide, nitrogen pentoxide. The right choice for this one was nitric oxide, or option A. Nitric oxide is a molecule synthesized in various cells of the human body, primarily by endothelial cells lining the blood vessels. It acts as a vasodilator, meaning it relaxes the smooth muscles of blood vessels, causing them to dilate. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following aircrafts: Rafale, MiG-29, Tejas, Mk-1. How many of the above are considered as fifth generation fighter aircraft? The answer is none. None of them. Rafale is actually 4.5 generation, MiG-29 is 4th generation, and Tejas Mk-1 is an indigenous 4th generation lightweight multi-role fighter. So the right option for this one was D. It means none. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following activities: identification of narcotics on passengers at airports or in aircraft, monitoring of precipitation, tracking the migration of animals. In how many of the above activities can radars be used? Now, most of the people might think that it can be used in all of the above. Well, in the first case, it cannot be used. Radars cannot be used to detect narcotics on passengers. In fact, radar is a program launched by the United States government to fight the drug addiction. It's known as Rapid Drug Analysis and Research. So many people might feel that the first thing may relate to radar, but actually radar can be used for monitoring of precipitation and tracking of migration of animals. So the right choice for this question was B, only 2. For identifying narcotics, we may use other techniques like X-ray scanning, sniffer dogs, chemical analysis, etc. Let's move to the next one. In which of the following are hydrogels used? Controlled drug delivery in patients, mobile air conditioning systems, preparation of industrial lubricants. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The right answer is in all. In all cases, hydrogels are widely used. So hydrogels are used in biomedical applications, particularly for controlling drug delivery systems. Hydrogels can be used in development of advanced materials for cooling systems, including mobile air conditioning, and hydrogels can also be used in industrial applications, hydrogel based lubricants. So the right answer was D. It means all the above. Let's move to the next one. Which one of the following is the exhaust pipe emission from fuel cell electric vehicles powered by hydrogen? Hydrogen peroxide, hydronium, oxygen, water vapor. The right answer was water vapor. Fuel cell electric vehicles use hydrogen as their fuel source and generate electricity through a chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen in the fuel cell stack. This reaction produces electricity to power the vehicle, and the only byproduct is water vapor. So the right answer was option D. Next question. Recently, the term pumped storage hydropower is actually and appropriately discussed in the context of which one of the following? Again, a question which directly came out of the current thing that is going on with respect to science and technology: irrigation of terraced crop fields, lift irrigation of cereal crops, long duration energy storage, rainwater harvesting system. The right answer is long duration energy storage. Pumped storage hydropower is a method for storing energy by using two water reservoirs at different elevation. During times when electricity demand is low, excess electricity from the grid is used to pump water from a lower reservoir to an upper reservoir. Then, during times of high electricity demand, the stored water is released back down through turbines to generate electricity. So, it's a long duration energy storage system. The next question is, membrane bioreactors are often discussed in the context of, well, they are used for wastewater treatment technologies. Assisted reproductive technology, drug delivery, nanotechnology, vaccine production technologies is not the right choice as far as this question was concerned. Wastewater treatment technologies has to be the answer. So the answer is D. MBRs are advanced wastewater treatment technologies that combine biological treatment processes with membrane filtration. In MBR systems, microorganisms biologically break down organic matter and pollutants in wastewater. The key component of MBR is the membrane filtration system, which separates treated water from solids biomass in the bioreactor. Let's go to the next question. Consider the following: battery storage, biomass generators, fuel cells, rooftop solar photovoltaic units. How many of the above are considered distributed energy resources? Only one, only two, only three, all four. The answer is all four of them. So that was the section related to science and technology, environment and ecology. We are left with only one section, which is economy. Let's now go on to that section.